Welcome, coin collectors and treasure hunters. Have you ever wondered if an ordinary-looking buffalo nickel could be worth a fortune? Today, we're counting down the top 5 buffalo nickels that have captured the attention of collectors with their fascinating history, unique features, rarity, and incredible hidden treasure potential. These coins may look worn, scratched, and forgotten, but some have become highly sought-after collectibles that people accidentally lose, spend, or overlook every day. One of these coins could even be hiding in an old collection, a coin jar, or a forgotten drawer right now. So stay with us until the very end as we reveal these amazing buffalo nickels and the stories behind them. Get ready to start? Let's get started. First coin. The 1929 buffalo nickel is one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history. At first glance, it may appear to be an ordinary 5-cent coin that has spent decades passing from hand to hand. However, collectors know that some buffalo nickels can become hidden treasures worth significant amounts of money. Many people have unknowingly spent, lost, or stored these coins away without realizing their potential importance. The buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian head nickel, was designed by renowned sculptor James Earl Fraser. The coin was created to celebrate America's frontier heritage and honor Native American culture. Introduced in 1913, the design quickly became one of the most beloved coin designs in United States history. The obverse side of the coin features a powerful portrait of a Native American. Fraser combined the facial features of several Native American leaders to create a symbolic representation rather than a single individual. The reverse side displays an American buffalo standing proudly on a mound, representing the strength and spirit of the American West. The 1929 buffalo nickel, without a mint mark, was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Coins from Philadelphia during this period did not carry a mint mark, making them easy to identify. Millions were produced, but far fewer survive today in collectible condition because many entered circulation and experienced decades of wear and tear. The composition of the 1929 buffalo nickel consists of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This durable metal mixture helped the coin withstand circulation. The coin weighs approximately 5 grams and has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters. Its thickness is about 1.95 millimeters. Despite its small size, it carries a tremendous amount of history and collector interest. One reason collectors admire buffalo nickels is their artistic design. Unlike many modern coins, the buffalo nickel has a bold and rugged appearance. The Native American portrait and buffalo image create a strong connection to America's past. Even worn examples often retain enough detail to remain visually appealing. Your coin is described as having circulation marks, scratches, toning, and surface wear. These characteristics are common for coins that spent years in circulation. Toning develops naturally over time as the metal reacts with its environment. Some collectors appreciate attractive toning because it gives a coin unique character and visual appeal. A major challenge with buffalo nickels is that the date often wears away. Because the date was placed on a high point of the design, many circulated examples lost their visible date over time. A 1929 buffalo nickel with a clearly visible date is generally more desirable than one where the date has faded. Collector demand for buffalo nickels remains strong. New collectors are often attracted by the coin's historical significance and beautiful design. Advanced collectors seek higher-grade examples, rare varieties, and coins with exceptional eye appeal. This consistent demand helps maintain interest in buffalo nickels across generations. Rarity plays a significant role in determining value. While standard 1929 Philadelphia buffalo nickels are not among the rarest dates in the series, high-grade examples become much scarcer. Coins with sharp details, strong strikes, and minimal wear are much harder to find than heavily circulated pieces. Another factor influencing value is originality. Collectors generally prefer coins that have not been cleaned or altered. Natural surfaces and authentic aging are usually considered more desirable. Even if a coin shows honest wear, originality often adds to its appeal. The possibility of valuable varieties also excites collectors. Some buffalo nickels feature unusual die characteristics, striking errors, or other mint-made anomalies. Such features can significantly increase a coin's desirability. Careful examination under magnification may reveal details that are not visible to the naked eye. Many hidden treasures are discovered in old collections, inherited coin jars, forgotten drawers, and estate sales. People sometimes overlook buffalo nickels because they appear worn or dirty. Yet experienced collectors know that age, rarity, and historical significance can make even modest-looking coins worth investigating. Imagine finding a coin that has survived nearly a century of history. This buffalo nickel may have circulated during the Great Depression, passed through countless hands, and witnessed major events in American history. Every scratch and mark tells part of its story. For collectors interested in preserving such coins, proper storage is essential. Avoid cleaning the coin, because cleaning can reduce collector value. Instead, store it in a protective holder or archival quality coin flip. Keep it in a cool, dry environment away from excessive humidity and contaminants. If you believe your coin may have exceptional value, consider having it evaluated by a professional coin dealer or grading service. Professional authentication and grading can provide a more accurate assessment of condition and market potential. The enduring popularity of buffalo nickels comes from their unique blend of history, artistry, and collectability. They remind us of America's frontier era while offering collectors the excitement of treasure hunting. Even today, people continue searching through old collections, hoping to discover a valuable buffalo nickel hiding in plain sight. In conclusion, the 1929 buffalo nickel remains one of America's most iconic coins. Its historic design, durable composition, collector demand, and fascinating backstory make it a favorite among numismatists. Whether worth a few dollars or a much larger amount, due to rarity and condition, every 1929 buffalo nickel represents a small piece of American history. It is exactly the kind of hidden treasure that people may accidentally overlook, spend, or lose without ever realizing the story and potential value resting in the palm of their hand. Next coin, the 1937 buffalo nickel, is one of the most recognizable and historically important 5-cent coins ever produced in the United States. To many people, it may look like nothing more than an old coin, covered with scratches, toning, surface wear, and signs of age. Some examples even develop green residue from decades of storage in less than ideal conditions. Yet, hidden beneath those marks is a fascinating piece of American history that continues to capture the attention of collectors around the world. The buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian head nickel, was first introduced in 1913. The design was created by famous sculptor James Earl Fraser, who wanted to celebrate the spirit of the American frontier. His goal was to create a coin that represented the strength, resilience, and heritage of the United States. More than a century later, many experts still consider the buffalo nickel one of the most beautiful coin designs ever struck by the U.S. Mint. The obverse side of the coin features a powerful Native American portrait. Fraser combined features from several Native American leaders to create a symbolic representation of America's indigenous heritage. The reverse side displays a massive American buffalo standing proudly on a mound. The buffalo image was reportedly inspired by Black Diamond, a famous bison that lived at the Bronx Zoo. The 1937 buffalo nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. Philadelphia coins of that era generally carried no mint mark, making identification straightforward. Millions of these coins were produced, but far fewer survive today in attractive collectible condition because they circulated heavily during a difficult period in American history. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy was chosen because it provided durability while maintaining a distinctive appearance. The buffalo nickel weighs approximately 5 grams, has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.95 millimeters. Though small in size, it represents a significant chapter in American numismatic history. One of the most interesting aspects of the 1937 buffalo nickel is its connection to the final years of the buffalo nickel series. Production would end after 1938 when the Jefferson nickel replaced it. As a result, collectors often view late-date buffalo nickels as important pieces of the series. Your coin is described as having circulation marks, scratches, toning, green residue, rust-like discoloration, and general wear and tear. These signs suggest that the coin spent many years in circulation or storage. While such conditions may reduce value compared with pristine examples, they also tell a story. Every mark represents a moment in the coin's long journey through history. Toning is often one of the most visually interesting features found on older coins. Over decades, the metal reacts with air, moisture, and environmental elements. This process can create shades of gold, blue, brown, gray, or even rainbow-like colors. Many collectors appreciate natural toning because it gives each coin a unique appearance. Green residue is commonly associated with long-term storage in humid conditions or exposure to contaminants. While excessive residue may be viewed negatively by collectors, it also serves as evidence of the coin's age and storage history. Professional conservation may sometimes help stabilize such conditions, but cleaning should generally be avoided. The rarity of a buffalo nickel is determined by several factors, including mintage, survival rate, condition, strike quality, and variety status. While the standard 1937 Philadelphia issue is not among the rarest buffalo nickels, examples in exceptionally high grades become increasingly difficult to locate. Coins with strong details, visible dates, and minimal damage often attract greater collector interest. Collector demand for buffalo nickels remains remarkably strong. The series appeals to beginners, intermediate collectors, and advanced numismatists alike. Many collectors attempt to complete entire date and mint mark sets, while others focus on acquiring high-quality examples with strong eye appeal. One reason demand remains high is the artistic beauty of the design. Modern coins often feature simpler designs, but the buffalo nickel possesses a bold, sculptural quality that stands out immediately. The Native American portrait and buffalo image create a timeless combination that continues to inspire admiration. Another reason collectors seek buffalo nickels is the possibility of valuable varieties and mint errors. Certain dates within the series contain famous varieties that have sold for substantial sums. As a result, many collectors carefully inspect buffalo nickels under magnification, hoping to discover unusual characteristics. The date is one of the most important features on a buffalo nickel. Because the date was placed on a high point of the design, it frequently wore away in circulation. A 1937 buffalo nickel with a clearly visible date is generally more desirable than one with significant date wear. Many hidden treasures are discovered in inherited collections, old piggy banks, estate sales, and forgotten storage boxes. Some people unknowingly spend valuable coins because they assume all nickels are worth only face value. Others leave them sitting in drawers for decades without realizing collectors may be interested in them. Imagine finding a coin that circulated during the Great Depression era. This buffalo nickel may have been used to purchase food, transportation, or household necessities during one of the most challenging economic periods in American history. Every scratch and worn surface reflects a lifetime of use. For collectors, preservation is extremely important. Never polish or aggressively clean a buffalo nickel. Cleaning often removes original surfaces and can significantly reduce collector appeal. Instead, store the coin in a protective holder and keep it away from moisture and extreme temperatures. Professional grading can provide additional information regarding authenticity, condition, and marketability. Certified coins often attract greater confidence among buyers and collectors because an independent expert has evaluated the piece. The enduring popularity of the buffalo nickel demonstrates how powerful history can be. Even heavily circulated examples remain desirable because they connect collectors with America's past. Few coins capture the spirit of the American frontier as effectively as the buffalo nickel. In conclusion, the 1937 buffalo nickel is far more than an old 5-cent coin. Its historic design, durable composition, collector demand, and connection to a disappearing era make it one of the most beloved coins in American numismatics. Whether found in an inherited collection, an old coin jar, or a forgotten drawer, this coin reminds us that hidden treasures can still exist in unexpected places. Many people accidentally lose, spend, or overlook coins like this every year, never realizing that a small piece of history may have been sitting right in their hands all along. Next coin, the 1923 buffalo nickel, is one of those fascinating coins that continues to attract attention more than a century after it was struck. The story of the buffalo nickel begins in 1913 when the United States Mint sought to create a coin that reflected the unique identity of America. The result was one of the most iconic coin designs ever produced. Sculptor James Earl Fraser was selected to create a design that honored the nation's frontier heritage. Rather than copying classical European styles, Fraser chose symbols that represented the American experience itself. On the front of the coin appears the powerful profile of a Native American. This image was not based on a single individual. Fraser combined features from several Native American leaders he admired, creating a portrait that symbolized courage, dignity, and strength. The result became one of the most respected images ever featured on a United States coin. The reverse side showcases an American buffalo standing firmly on a mound. This majestic animal symbolized the vast wilderness and untamed spirit of the American frontier. The buffalo design remains one of the most recognizable images in American numismatic history. The 1923 buffalo nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During this period, coins produced in Philadelphia generally carried no mint mark. Although millions of buffalo nickels were minted that year, time has greatly reduced the number of surviving examples. Many were heavily circulated, damaged, lost, or melted over the decades. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This combination created a strong and durable coin capable of surviving years of daily use. The buffalo nickel weighs approximately 5 grams and measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter. Its thickness is approximately 1.95 millimeters. While these measurements may seem ordinary, they help define one of the most famous coins ever issued by the United States Mint. One reason collectors admire buffalo nickels is their artistic quality. Unlike many modern coins that feature relatively simple designs, the buffalo nickel possesses remarkable depth and character. The sculpted details create a miniature work of art that remains impressive even after decades of circulation. Your coin is described as showing scratches, toning, surface wear, rust-like discoloration, and evidence of circulation. These characteristics tell an important story. Every mark on the coin represents years of movement through commerce. It may have passed through thousands of hands, traveled across multiple states, and participated in countless everyday transactions. Natural toning develops over time as metal interacts with the surrounding environment. Some buffalo nickels develop attractive shades of brown, gold, gray, blue, or violet. Collectors often appreciate natural toning because it makes each coin unique. No two-toned coins age in exactly the same way. The year 1923 was a fascinating period in American history. The nation was experiencing the Roaring Twenties, an era of cultural change, economic expansion, and technological progress. Automobiles were becoming increasingly common, radio broadcasting was growing rapidly, and cities were expanding. This buffalo nickel may have circulated during one of the most dynamic decades in American history. Perhaps the most exciting aspect of old coins is their ability to connect us directly to the past. Unlike books or photographs, coins were actually handled by people who lived during those historical periods. Holding a 1923 buffalo nickel creates a tangible connection to individuals who lived more than 100 years ago. Collector demand for buffalo nickels remains strong because the series appeals to people at every experience level. New collectors are attracted by the beautiful design and historical significance. Advanced collectors pursue rare dates, superior grades, and unusual varieties. This broad demand helps keep buffalo nickels among the most popular American coin series. Rarity depends on more than mintage numbers alone. Survival rates, condition, strike quality, and eye appeal all influence collector interest. While many 1923 buffalo nickels were originally produced, relatively few remain in exceptional condition today. Years of circulation have worn away details on many surviving examples. The date is especially important on buffalo nickels. Because it was positioned on one of the highest parts of the design, the date often wore away quickly. Collectors generally prefer examples with clearly visible dates and stronger remaining details. Another factor contributing to collector excitement is the possibility of discovering unusual varieties or mint-made errors. Some buffalo nickel varieties have achieved legendary status among collectors. As a result, many enthusiasts carefully inspect every buffalo nickel they encounter. Hidden treasures are often discovered in unexpected places. Old family collections, estate sales, antique shops, forgotten coin jars, and dusty storage boxes have all produced remarkable discoveries. Some people unknowingly spend collectible coins because they assume all nickels are worth only 5 cents. Imagine this particular buffalo nickel sitting unnoticed in a drawer for decades. Family members may have handled it countless times without realizing its historical significance. It may have survived economic downturns, world wars, changing generations, and dramatic technological advances before finally attracting attention. Collectors who find coins like this should focus on preservation. Cleaning is generally discouraged because it can damage original surfaces and reduce collector appeal. Proper storage in protective holders helps preserve the coin's condition for future generations. Professional grading services can evaluate authenticity, condition, and overall quality. Certified coins often attract greater confidence from buyers because independent experts have examined them. The buffalo nickel remains one of the greatest achievements in American coin design. Its combination of artistry, history, and collectability continues to inspire collectors around the world. Even heavily circulated examples possess a special charm that modern coins often lack. In conclusion, the 1923 buffalo nickel is much more than an old 5-cent coin. It represents American history, frontier heritage, artistic excellence, and the enduring excitement of treasure hunting. Whether found in an inherited collection or hidden among forgotten belongings, this coin reminds us that valuable pieces of history can still be hiding in plain sight. Every year, people accidentally lose, overlook, or spend coins like this without realizing that they may be holding a remarkable treasure from America's past. Next coin, the 1930 with S buffalo nickel, continue to fascinate collectors because they represent a remarkable combination of history, artistry, rarity, and the possibility of hidden treasure. The buffalo nickel, officially known as the Indian head nickel, was first introduced in 1913. At the time, the United States Mint wanted to create coin designs that truly reflected the nation's identity. Famous sculptor James Earl Fraser was chosen for the project. His vision was to honor America's frontier heritage by featuring two powerful symbols of the nation's past: a Native American portrait and the American buffalo. The result became one of the most beloved coin designs in United States history. More than a century later, collectors still consider the buffalo nickel one of the most artistic coins ever produced by the U.S. Mint. The obverse side features the profile of a Native American. Fraser combined features from several Native American leaders he admired to create a symbolic portrait representing courage, dignity, and resilience. Unlike earlier coin designs inspired by European traditions, this portrait celebrated a uniquely American heritage. The reverse side displays a powerful buffalo standing proudly on a raised mound. The design was inspired by Black Diamond, a famous bison that lived at the Bronx Zoo. The buffalo symbolized strength, endurance, and the untamed wilderness that once covered much of North America. The 1930s buffalo nickel was struck at the San Francisco Mint, indicated by the S Mint mark located beneath the denomination on the reverse side. Compared with some Philadelphia issues, San Francisco mintages were often lower, making certain dates and mint combinations particularly desirable among collectors. This coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, a durable alloy chosen to withstand years of circulation. It weighs approximately 5 grams, has a diameter of 21.2 millimeters, and a thickness of about 1.95 millimeters. Though small enough to fit comfortably in a pocket, the coin carries tremendous historical significance. The year 1930 was a difficult period in American history. The nation was struggling through the early years of the Great Depression. Millions of Americans faced economic hardship, unemployment, and uncertainty. Coins such as this buffalo nickel circulated through stores, banks, restaurants, and communities during one of the most challenging eras the country had ever experienced. Your coin is described as having circulation marks, scratches, toning, rusty discoloration, and surface wear. While some collectors seek pristine examples, many appreciate coins that clearly show their age and history. Every scratch and worn detail tells a story about where the coin has traveled and how it was used over the decades. Natural toning develops when metal reacts with environmental conditions over many years. Depending on storage and exposure, toning may appear in shades of gold, brown, gray, blue, or violet. Collectors often value attractive natural toning because it makes each coin unique and adds visual character. One challenge associated with buffalo nickels is wear. The design contains several high points that wear down quickly during circulation. The buffalo's horn, the Native Americans' hair details, and portions of the date are often among the first features to show wear. Because of this, examples with strong details are especially desirable. Collector demand for buffalo nickels remains strong today. The series appeals to beginners because of its beauty and historical significance. Advanced collectors pursue rare dates, high-grade examples, and unusual varieties. This broad collector base helps sustain interest in buffalo nickels decade after decade. The 1930s issue occupies an interesting place within the series. While not considered the rarest buffalo nickel, it is a desirable date that collectors frequently seek when building complete sets. Finding attractive examples with original surfaces becomes increasingly difficult as condition improves. Many collectors enjoy examining buffalo nickels for varieties and mint-made errors. Throughout the series, certain varieties have become highly sought after. This possibility adds excitement to every buffalo nickel discovery because even an ordinary-looking coin may reveal something special under closer inspection. Hidden treasures often emerge from unexpected places. Valuable coins have been discovered in inherited collections, estate sales, old piggy banks, antique stores, and forgotten boxes sitting in attics for decades. Some people unknowingly spend collectible coins because they assume all nickels are worth only 5 cents. Imagine this 1930s buffalo nickel passing through countless hands during the Great Depression. It may have purchased groceries, newspapers, transportation, or household necessities. It survived one of the most significant economic crises in American history before continuing its journey through generations of owners. That connection to the past is one reason collectors love old coins. Unlike many antiques displayed behind glass, coins were actively used in daily life. This buffalo nickel participated in history. It traveled through communities, businesses, and families while witnessing events that shaped the modern world. For collectors, preservation is essential. Cleaning should generally be avoided because it can damage original surfaces and reduce collector appeal. Natural aging is often preferred. Proper storage in protective holders helps preserve both appearance and long-term collectability. Professional grading services can help determine authenticity, condition, and market standing. Certified coins often attract greater confidence from buyers because independent experts have evaluated them according to recognized standards. Another factor contributing to buffalo nickel condition and market standing. Certified coins often attract greater confidence from buyers because independent experts have evaluated them according to recognized standards. Another factor contributing to buffalo nickel popularity is its timeless design. The combination of the Native American portrait and buffalo image creates a powerful artistic statement that remains instantly recognizable. Few American coins possess the same visual impact. The thrill of searching for hidden value continues to attract collectors. Every buffalo nickel carries the possibility of an overlooked rarity, a valuable variety, or simply a fascinating historical story. That sense of discovery keeps interest in the series alive more than 100 years after its introduction. In conclusion, the 1930s buffalo nickel is much more than an old 5-cent coin. It represents American history, frontier heritage, artistic excellence, and the excitement of treasure hunting. Whether discovered in an inherited collection, hidden in an old coin jar, or found among forgotten possessions, this coin reminds us that remarkable treasures can still be hiding in plain sight. Every year, people accidentally lose, overlook, or spend buffalo nickels without realizing they may be holding a genuine piece of American history. Sometimes the greatest treasures are not locked away in vaults, but quietly waiting to be rediscovered. Next coin, the 1919 Buffalo nickel, represents something far more important. It is a surviving artifact from another era, a coin that has witnessed generations of history while quietly carrying the possibility of hidden value. The Buffalo nickel, also known as the Indian head nickel, is one of the most celebrated coin designs in American history. Introduced in 1913, it was created during a period when the United States Mint sought to improve the artistic quality of American coinage. The task was given to renowned sculptor James Earl Fraser, who wanted to create a design that reflected America's unique heritage rather than copying traditional European themes. Fraser's vision resulted in a coin that captured the spirit of the American frontier. On the obverse side appears the profile of a Native American. Rather than depicting a single individual, Fraser combined features from several Native American leaders to create a symbolic portrait representing courage, dignity, and strength. The result remains one of the most admired portraits ever placed on a United States coin. The reverse side features a powerful American buffalo standing on a raised mound. This iconic image symbolizes the rugged wilderness that once stretched across North America. The buffalo was reportedly inspired by Black Diamond, a famous bison that lived at the Bronx Zoo during the early 20th century. The 1919 Buffalo nickel without a mint mark was struck at the Philadelphia Mint. During this era, Philadelphia coins generally carried no mint mark. Millions were produced, but the passage of more than 100 years has dramatically reduced the number of surviving examples. Many were lost, damaged, worn smooth through circulation, or simply discarded. The coin is composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel. This alloy provided excellent durability, allowing the coin to survive decades of daily use. The Buffalo nickel weighs approximately 5 grams, measures 21.2 millimeters in diameter, and has a thickness of about 1.95 millimeters. Though small in size, it remains one of the most recognizable coins in American numismatic history. The year 1919 holds special historical significance. The world was recovering from World War I, and the United States was entering a period of social and economic change. This Buffalo nickel may have circulated during a time when returning soldiers were rebuilding their lives, industries were expanding, and communities were adapting to a rapidly changing world. Your coin is described as showing scratches, toning, surface wear, rust-like discoloration, and evidence of circulation. These characteristics are common among Buffalo nickels that spent many years in active use. Every mark on the coin tells part of its story. It may have traveled through countless cities, passed through thousands of hands, and been used in everyday transactions long before modern collectors ever saw it. Natural toning is one of the most fascinating aspects of old coins. Over decades, exposure to air, moisture, and environmental conditions can create beautiful shades of brown, gray, gold, blue, and violet. Many collectors appreciate natural toning because it adds character and uniqueness that cannot be artificially duplicated. One of the challenges associated with Buffalo nickels is the wear-prone design. High points on the coin often lose detail quickly during circulation. The buffalo's horn, the Native American's hair, and parts of the date frequently show wear. As a result, examples with strong remaining details are especially desirable among collectors. Collector demand for Buffalo nickels remains remarkably strong more than 100 years after their introduction. New collectors are attracted by the coin's historical significance and artistic beauty. Experienced numismatists pursue higher-grade examples, key dates, rare varieties, and coins with exceptional eye appeal. The popularity of the series has helped maintain steady demand over generations. Unlike many collectible items that rise and fall in popularity, buffalo nickels have remained consistently admired because they combine history, artistry, and accessibility. Rarity is determined by more than production numbers alone. Survival rates, condition, strike quality, and originality all influence collector interest. Although many 1,919 buffalo nickels were minted, far fewer remain today in attractive collectible condition. The passage of time has naturally reduced the available supply. Many collectors carefully inspect buffalo nickels for unusual varieties and mint-made errors. Throughout the series, several famous varieties have become highly sought after. This possibility creates excitement whenever an old buffalo nickel is discovered. Perhaps the most intriguing aspect of coin collecting is the possibility of finding hidden treasure. Valuable coins continue to emerge from inherited collections, estate sales, antique stores, and forgotten family belongings. Some people unknowingly spend collectible coins because they assume all nickels are worth only 5 cents. Imagine this 1,919 buffalo nickel sitting unnoticed in a small box for decades. Family members may have handled it countless times without recognizing its historical significance. It survived 2 world wars, economic depressions, technological revolutions, and multiple generations before finally attracting attention. The connection between coins and history is what makes collecting so rewarding. Unlike many antiques that sit behind museum glass, coins actively participated in everyday life. This buffalo nickel purchased goods, moved through businesses, and circulated within communities while witnessing history unfold. For collectors, preservation is extremely important. Cleaning should generally be avoided because it can remove original surfaces and reduce collector appeal. Natural aging is often preferred. Proper storage in protective holders helps preserve the coin's condition for future generations. Professional grading services can evaluate authenticity, condition, and overall quality. Certified coins often attract greater confidence among collectors because independent experts have examined them according to established standards. The buffalo nickel remains one of the greatest achievements in American coin design. The combination of the Native American portrait and buffalo image creates a timeless symbol of America's past. Even heavily circulated examples possess a charm that continues to attract collectors worldwide. In conclusion, the 1,919 buffalo nickel is much more than an old 5-cent piece. It represents American history, frontier heritage, artistic excellence, and the thrill of discovery. Whether found in an inherited collection, hidden in an attic, or forgotten in a coin jar, this coin reminds us that remarkable treasures can still exist in unexpected places. Every year, people accidentally lose, overlook, or spend buffalo nickels without realizing they may be holding a genuine piece of history. That possibility is what makes every old coin worth a second look, because sometimes a small coin can tell an extraordinary story and preserve a century of history within its worn surfaces.